Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
One of the most misunderstood areas of the law is the meaning of the phrase as is. And I encounter this all the time that people, consumers, don't know what it means. They buy a car as is and they go, what does it mean? And then likewise, I have judges and I've had attorneys argue with me about what it means. They go, no, your client bought the car as is. You can't sue us for anything. And so it's a problem when everyone misunderstands a legal concept that we've all heard of. We've all heard the phrase as is. What does it mean? All it means is you've lost the warranty of merchantability if you're the buyer. And if you're the seller, it means you're protected against claims for a breach of the warranty of merchantability, the implied one. Other than that, it doesn't do anything else. And yet I've had to argue this with judges, attorneys. I've had to file appeals on these issues. And I'm sorry, I can't do this. Shift gears here and just forget everything I just said verbally. I was going to shoot an entire video like this, and then at the very, very end, have a reveal. And I just realized I can't do this. It would be too cruel to the people in the audience who like me. The people who don't like me will go, yes, he finally had a stroke. I just got back from the dentist. And half my face is numb right now, but it was planned. It was a dental procedure, minor work, but shots, and half my face from here to here to here. This is numb, completely numb. Can barely feel that, okay? I hope I'm not drooling on myself, which I might be. But as I was walking out of the office, a woman walking alongside me said, just to let you know, part of your face is drooping, but you're not having a stroke. Which planted the thought in my mind about all the times I've had people comment on my videos going, dude, you're having a stroke. And I've addressed that before in other videos with the stop diagnosing me concept. But what I'm getting at here is as I was driving home, I'm going, there must be something I can do with this before it wears off, something fun. It dawned on me. Besides the fact I'm having a hard time pronouncing any word that starts with the letter F, like fun. It's amusing to me, what can I tell you? So I thought what I should do is pick an evergreen topic like what as is means, and then do like 8 minutes into the video as if nothing's wrong, and then have a big reveal and go, oh, by the way, this is a joke. Sorry, it's April Fool's. I was going to run the video on April Fool's Day. I have a hard time finding topics for April Fool's. I like April Fool's jokes, but I have a hard time finding topics because the obvious ones have all been done, okay? And I thought, well, I could shoot the video now and sit on it for 6 months. 5 months. That's what we call the long game of April Fool's jokes. But as I started talking, I realized that a lot of people, unfortunately, would have paused the video and said, oh my God, this guy actually had a stroke. And I don't want to distress anybody in my audience. If you don't laugh, that's one thing, but I don't want anybody to get distressed. And I'm worried, I was worried that somebody watching this might actually go, oh my God, he actually has had a stroke. And then pause the video and they'd send out an email or a message or whatever. And then, of course, later on, they'd find out that I wasn't having a stroke, that I was doing this trying to be funny. And so it's only fun and games until somebody gets hurt. I'm not saying it would have hurt anybody, but it would have upset some people. So I apologize. I still think it would have been funny to some people. To everybody else, it would have probably been annoying. So I'll just take this video and put it up on my second channel with this explanation so you understand. And you probably got to enjoy about 30 seconds there of what I'd sound like if I'd actually had a stroke. And by the way, I'm not making fun of people who've had strokes. I know people who have had strokes, and relatives and friends and so on. And it's a very, very serious issue. And I imagine that to some degree, what I'm going through right now feels something like a stroke, although I'm sure it's much more severe. But the point is that my face is drooping. And if I look in a mirror, I go, oh, there's something off with my face right now, especially when I'm talking and I realize that all the energy is being expended on this side and this side is just kind of sitting there. But yeah, so there we go. I didn't have a stroke. I went to the dentist. And like I said, it would have been funny to some people. Other people, not so much. And that's the difficult thing about humor, right? I have to tell you that after I did the video last year about the turbo encabulator, the legal aspects thereof, I got a bunch of feedback from people who said, Steve, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was funny. I'm glad. And I still get people who watch the video now, and it's part of the turbo encabulator story, right? I got a very, very lengthy and detailed email from somebody who wanted to tell me that it wasn't funny. It was a waste of my time. It was a waste of their time. And in the future, I should avoid doing things like that. Can't please everybody. I wish I could have shot this video all the way through to its end and then done the reveal and sent it to that one person and made them watch it, so they understand exactly what kinds of things can be considered humor. But I don't think that person watches my videos anymore. And if they do, I don't care. But I digress. So here I sit. It's been about 2 hours since the shots went in. I have apparently 2 to 4 more hours to go before they're all gone. Well, we'll see. I want to be sedated. 24 hours to go. But yeah. So anyway, like I said, you just saw an aborted joke. A joke that have you ever seen that footage of the V2 rocket on the launching pad and it gets up about 3 feet and all of a sudden just... If you haven't, trust me, that's what it looks like. You just saw me attempt that, and that's what I accomplished. I apologize. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.